Awesome17 once again, introducing you to my Darksiders 2 Apocalyptic difficulty video walkthrough. This is the final part to the Drenchfort, and this is the boss. Can't quite remember his name, but we're sure to find out in a moment because it comes up with a little title. So let's have a see what this is. Obviously giant, crabby, there you go, Karkinos, that's the boss's name. And this guy plays the exact same as the little dudes. There's just a couple of little addendums that we have to commit to hurting him. And when he's stunned after the charge, you have to use the powerful throw of this orb here, which is actually an egg that releases these little dudes. When you hit the boss, it's going to knock him over and expose his sensitive pink bit, so he could be a female. And then you just have to wail on that, and the only real thing you have to watch out for is the boss does massive damage, and the minions with him are more of a nuisance than anything else, because they will attack you while you're trying to hit the boss, so just bear that in mind. But I'm once again joined by my girlfriend, although probably going to talk more strategy in this one than obscure pornography. But have you ever played a game with a boss that looks similar to this?
Yes, all games have got bosses that have got more than 4 legs and crawl around.
That don't count, just because it's insecty type
They're
deal.
all insecty.
No, but what I mean is that they're like do you know the rule of 3 that games have? No, well basically, because it's a sensitive pink bit, and it could be a female lady. But you'll notice I'm getting knocked about because these little dudes are fucking me up at the same time. One thing to note as well, when he comes out of the stun, where he's sensitive and you can injure him, he's going to jump up in the air and do an area of effect. If that touches you, you're going to have a bad time. So watch out for that. But just rinse and repeat, use whatever's your most powerful move. If you've purchased any of the crazy Reaper form attacks, feel free to do those wicked weed ones, because they do the most damage, but just rinse and repeat and try not to get tagged too much. But what I was saying about the rule of 3 is, in the old games, you know, like Mario and Sonic and stuff, generally the bosses came, he did his attack, you dodged it, and then you jumped on him. And if you did that 3 times, you won. And games have still to this day, have kept up with this trope, this cliche, and this is kind of similar to those principles where you dodge him, you throw the ball at him, he's vulnerable, you attack him, and then you do it like a number of more times. But because this is on the hardest difficulty, it takes longer. So it's not quite that same formula, but it's similar.
If you're normal,
there is probably a very high chance, but I have not played this game on those difficulties, so...
Yeah, you play everything.
Obviously. This attack here is a pain in the ass as well, but if you're familiar with the dodging tactics from Mass Effect of the laser from the Reaper, it's the same concept. You want to strafe one direction, lure it towards you, and then strafe into it so that it cannot turn around and follow you. It's the same way to evade the Moonlight Butterfly's charged plasma attack on Dark Souls, so hopefully you're familiar with that. But that's actually an interesting point that you put forward there, my queen, with, you know, people doubting the difficulty that I play games on, and you're probably the best spokesman I have for the level of challenge some of these games give, because you've heard me shout, you've heard me get mad, you've seen me leave the room, go upstairs and beat the mattress up, you've actually seen the evolution of me playing hard games, because when I first started seeing you, that's when I didn't have an Xbox 360.
You playing, was it Devil May Cry Plus 2?
Yeah, and God of War.
God of War, yeah.
And that was the first time I'd played any other game outside of the Devil May Cry series on the hardest difficulty, which was God of War 2. And that's what kind of got me into testing out the higher difficulties. Which is an interesting note. But once you pull the lever, you will effectively open the dam. This is going to give the tiers to the mountain, so now that you've got both the fire and the tiers, the forge is going to be now up and running, and all that's left to be done is to time travel back to Tristone and to continue on the game. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you take care now.